I'm a retired army cook, and my childhood friend, Zhao Jiqiang, partnered up to open a BBQ shop in Shen City. I buy the ingredients, make the sauces, and grill the skewers. He manages the business and the accounts. We agreed to a 50-50 split. At the end of the year, the profit was 2.5 million. He gave me 60,000.
I'm the one who rented the shop. I paid for the utilities. All you did was grill some skewers. This is plenty of money.
I clicked accept on the payment. No arguing, no shouting, no scene. Then I turned around and rented the shop right next door. Later, no one visited his shop. The equipment rusted. Rent went unpaid. The staff all left. He knelt at my shop's entrance, crying his eyes out, begging me to save him. But I'll just look at him. Please move along. You're ruining my customers' appetite. Today is the day we split the profits. Zhao Jiqiang arrived in a luxury car, wearing a gold chain and a fancy watch with his new girlfriend on his arm. He walked up to me.
Business was good this year. The shop made a net profit of 2.5 million. Here's 60,000. Take it for your mom's medical bills.
I did all the prep work this year. I made the seasonings. I grilled the skewers.
Grilling until 3 a.m. every day, then at 8 a.m.
I had to go for supplies again. Out of 2.5 million, he only gave me 60,000.
Brother, that's not how the math works. Rent, utilities, social expenses, everything costs money.
I glanced at him instinctively. He's spending the profits, driving luxury cars, wearing fancy watches, and picking up women. Yet he counts all that as business expenses.
Isn't this just bullying an honest man?
If you think just because the shop is called Veteran BBQ, that makes him the boss, this shop belongs to Zhao Shen. You have no degree, no connections, and no background, only because of our childhood friendship. Did I let you stay here to grill? 60,000 a year is plenty. Now go on home, your mom is waiting for you.
I didn't argue or shout, I just nodded, I see.
By the way, Mr. Zhou and his team are coming for a team building event on the 15th. Order the best meat and seafood in advance. His factory is expanding next year. They'll be coming back here then.
Mr. Zhou is a big boss in Shen City. He was also our very first customer.
His factory has hundreds of employees.
After they came for team building, word spread like wildfire.
And made our shop a hit.
Out of thousands of BBQ shops in Shen City, we only go to Veteran BBQ.
Zhao Jiqiang thought he kept Mr. Zhou's business through his connections, but he doesn't realize it's the secret sauce that won over their taste buds.
Shen. It's the end of the year. How much did Changzi pay you?
He gave me quite a bit, Changzi said.
Business will be even better next year. That's good. Changzi got a new Mercedes. The neighbors say you guys are making big money. Mom was just worried you'd get cheated.
Mom, just focus on getting better. Don't worry about me. Once I save enough money, I'll take you to a big hospital. Mom, I'm sorry. I was wrong to trust a snake. I let you down, but I won't let it happen again.
This shop belongs to Zhao.
Hello? Is this place still for rent?
Yes, it is.
Rent is $2,000 a month. All the equipment inside can be used right away.
I did the math. Besides rent, utilities, and my mom's medical bills, 60,000 is enough to rent this place. I'll take it for 3 years.
However, our shop is very close to Veteran BBQ.
I know. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. we'll sign the contract at the shop. Dad.
Changzi got a new Mercedes. I saw it. Shen, tell me, son. After working for a year, how much did Changzi actually give you? Sai, I know even if you don't say it, Changzi has always been too shrewd. You're not a kid anymore. You need to judge things for yourself.
Dad, I know.
Good that you know. Go to bed early.
Deciding to take over the shop next door wasn't out of spite. I just realized one thing. Zhao Jiqiang never treated me like a brother. He just needed someone to do the work.
Shen has something on his mind. Was he bullied by Changzi?
Don't overthink it. The boy knows what he's doing. Take your medicine and rest.
We're brothers. As long as I have a meal, I'll never let you go hungry. You think just because the shop is called Veteran BBQ, that he's really the boss. This shop belongs to Zhao.
Dad was right.
60,000 is a small price to see who your real brothers are.
It's not a loss. Before, whenever Zhao Jiqiang called, I would always answer immediately, fearing something was wrong at the shop. But now I just find it ironic. Hello?
Shen, it's the 29th of the lunar month. I booked the best place in town. New Year's Eve dinner at Lishan Restaurant. Let's get together.
No thanks. My mom isn't feeling very well. I'm afraid it might be inconvenient.
It's just a simple meal. I'll bring the food over later. Just get a couple of extra chairs ready. It's no trouble at all. It's been several years since I last visited your parents for the new year. I'll bring Xiaofang and my parents along. We made a lot of money this year. Our two families should get together. Don't be so polite with me.
I knew Zhao Jiqiang was being so attentive, not out of sincerity, but because he was worried that when he's showing off at the dinner table, he'll lack someone to look down on. Using my family as a stepping stone to show off his superiority.
By the way, you didn't waste that 60,000 I gave you, right?
No. I've saved all the money.
That's the spirit. Buy your parents some good food to nourish them. We'll be busy on the Lantern Festival regarding the team building for Brother Joe's company. We need to pre-order the ingredients, don't forget.
From the way he spoke, it's clear he wants me to use that money to pay for the supplies. Whatever I took from him, he expects me to spit it back out to the last cent I know. All these years, he's dismissed me like a beggar. Yet he still wants me to act like a fool and be at his beck and call. I'm not just going to spend this 60,000. I'm going to spend it right under his nose. Spend it where he fears the most. The landlord is a well-known sublessor in this area.
Lin Shen, right? Are you sure about this? Right next door to Veteran BBQ opening an identical BBQ shop?
I'm sure.
Man, I have to warn you, Boss Zhao next door is not someone to mess with. If you open a shop here, he'll definitely lose it with you.
That's his problem.
Fine, the shop is yours now. Good luck.
This shop is bigger than I imagined. It just hasn't been used in a long time. Broken tables and chairs are scattered in the corners. A thick layer of dust has settled on the counter. But with a thorough cleaning, all the equipment should work fine. It saved me a lot of trouble. Now that the contract is signed, I'm starting to feel the pressure mounting. Opening a new shop right next to the old one. Not only the original BBQ recipe needs to be improved, but the menu needs updating too. I need to create new signature dishes to have a fighting chance. What's on your mind? Go ahead.
Are you still hiring?
Xiao Yu.
She was a part-time waitress hired by Zhao Jiqiang.
Although back when we worked at the old shop, we got along quite well.
But at this critical stage of just renting the place, I can't afford to take any risks.
Shen, I know your skills. And I know what really kept Zhao Zhiqiang's shop going. I don't want to work for Chiang anymore. You know how he is. He bows and scrapes to the customers, but to us servers. Lately, after my shift ends, he's always making me go out to entertain clients with him. I don't want to go.
I just rented this place. It's not even open yet.
That's fine. I can help with the cleaning, wiping down the tables. I don't even need a salary as long as you feed me.
Xiao Yu is a simple girl who's still in college and working part-time. I don't think she'd make up a story like that just to work at a new shop that doesn't even have an income yet.
Besides,
I really do need a hand right now.
come help me wipe tables tomorrow morning at 8.
Okay, you got it, Shen.
With Xiao Yu's help, the shop was soon looking brand new, and I could focus on working in the kitchen, refining my BBQ seasoning recipe. Zhao Jiqiang thinks he's mastered the secret recipe. But that was just the basic seasoning. True flavor is something that as soon as it hits the taste buds, allows you to judge exactly whose handiwork it is.
Lin, when it comes to BBQ, it's 30% grilling and 70% seasoning. It's not just about throwing everything in. You have to know who you're cooking for.
Zhou's factory has hundreds of workers coming from all over the country. If it's too numbing or spicy, the northerners can't handle it. If it's too sweet or greasy, the southerners won't buy it. I need to find a middle ground.
Walnut cookies for aroma, honey for extra flavor. The richness of the north and the sweetness of the south are all right here in this bowl.
Shen, what is this? It smells amazing. This is absolutely delicious. It's nothing like the BBQ I've had before.
Tell me more.
It has the sweetness of honey. But even after a few bites, it doesn't feel sticky or greasy at all. And it has this crunchy texture too. Shen, what is it?
This is the secret recipe of Shen's BBQ. With one bite, the tender juices explode in your mouth. In that moment, our eyes met. I saw in Xiaoyu's eyes the same look of surprise.
I heard a couple of days ago, someone rented the shop next to Veteran BBQ and took it over. I was wondering who it was. Oh, it turns out to be our Shen, that 60,000 yuan of yours. Why aren't you saving it for your mother's medical bills? You're so inconsiderate.
Aunt Lou from the fruit stall next door was snacking on seeds.
Peeking out to see what was happening.
Oh, look at young people these days. They have no idea how to manage a household. He was doing fine working for Changzi, but he's too ambitious and insisted on going solo.
If you ask me, Lin Shen is just being too reckless. Changzi just gave him a 60,000 yuan bonus instead of taking his mother to a big hospital. Just look at that. He threw it all into this dump.
You.
If you really want to open a shop here, I won't stop you. But don't you two forget about the important business.
I haven't forgotten about the team building at Joe's factory on the 15th.
Shen, I made some money this year, and I can't let my brother miss out. On the 29th, I booked the best New Year's Eve dinner at Leishan Restaurant. I'll bring your sister-in-law to your place to wish your parents a Happy New Year. We're all family here, so don't you dare turn down my kindness.
Family. For the past 3 years, I've truly treated him like family. That's why I worked so hard, sourcing ingredients from dawn till dusk and taking care of the shop. Since he wants to keep playing this act of loyal brothers, then I'll play along with him until the very end.
I open the door, holding a food container. Zhao Zhiqiang and Wang Fang are standing outside.
Shen, this is my girlfriend, Fang Fang.
Wang Fang stands outside. Before even entering the house, her eyes dart around, sizing me up carefully, the simple furnishings of the house and my parents' plain clothes. There is undisguised contempt in her eyes.
Fang Fang, this is my brother Lin Shen. He's been at the shop these past few years, helping out with the grilling in the back.
Helping out with the grilling. All the hard work I put in over the past 3 years, in his words, turned into those 4 dismissive words. Hearing this, my parents' faces instantly turn red.
Their expressions are full of worry when they look at me.
But I just smile and gracefully take the food container Wang Fang is holding out.
Hello, sister-in-law. We met in the car the other day. I'm Lin Shen.
On Xiao Zhiqiang's face, the look of someone waiting for a show stiffens. He probably didn't expect that I could be so calm. My dad stands to the side. He doesn't show his anger directly, but his face no longer has the warmth he initially showed Zhao Zhiqiang. Instead, there's a hint of the distance one shows a stranger. My mom forces a smile.
Come in and sit down. We're all family. Don't be a stranger.
At the dinner table in front of my parents, Zhao Zhiqiang puts on the air of an elder lecturing a junior.
Every word is full of his guidance and charity toward me.
When you came back from the army, you had nothing but your grilling skills. If I hadn't reached out to help you and kept you as a helper in the kitchen, who knows where you'd be, hauling bricks at some construction site.
My dad forces a smile.
In the way he looks at Zhao Zhiqiang,
There's a cold, scrutinizing gaze.
I know he's suppressing his anger.
He doesn't want to make a scene during the festive New Year season.
Xiang is indeed a stand-up guy. Even after becoming a boss, he didn't forget to give his brother a hand.
It's only right we grew up together. I couldn't let Shen work for nothing. Since the new year is coming up, I gave Shen a big red envelope with 60,000 yuan. Our Shen has his own ideas too. He went and rented a storefront right next door, getting ready to be his own boss.
Hearing Zhao Zhiqiang say this, the table goes silent. My dad's hand pauses as he raises his glass. My mom's face turns pale instantly.
My first reaction when I heard about this was that it's a good thing young people should be ambitious and we should support them. But there's one thing I have to advise you as your big brother. Running a business isn't like grilling skewers. There's a lot more to it than you think.
Shen, when did this happen?
Shen, I'm not trying to nag you, but for something this big, you didn't even tell your parents. That's really not right of you. You should have at least saved that 60,000 yuan to buy some good medicine for your mother. It's better than watching it all go down the drain. I'm glad Shen is finally taking this step. I'm truly happy for him. It's just that your parents are getting older. Don't make them struggle and worry with you if you really can't make it work. Don't force it. Just come back to me. If all else fails, you can even give the shop to me. Your spot in the kitchen will always be there.
Auntie, you should talk some sense into Shen, too. Opening a shop is no joke. If things don't go well, you could easily lose your life savings and throw it all away.
Tiong is just too kind-hearted. Anyone else would have lost their temper long ago. Who would want their own brother to open the same kind of shop next door? Isn't that clearly trying to steal business?
Hearing their family's nonsense, my mom's eyes welled up with tears. My dad gripped his wine glass tightly. Without saying a word, I silently clenched my fists.
Lin Shen, think about how little you earn a month.
He claimed to be caring. But every word was telling everyone that I, Lin Shen, was nothing but a lowly worker. Without Zhao Jikyang, I would be nothing.
Qiang, I'd like to propose a toast to you. Thank you for looking after me these past 3 years.
Shin, don't mention it. We're brothers. About that big order from Mr. Zhou in a few days, I'm still counting on you to help out.
I tilted my head back and drained the glass. His word, brother, hit my heart, more stinging than the liquor itself. Qiang, my mom isn't feeling well. She can't sit for too long. I'll see you out after we finish eating. After Zhao Jikyang and Wang Feng left, the atmosphere at home became heavy. Dad stood by the window.
Lighting a cigarette he hadn't touched in a long time. Shen, the things Chang said, it really hurt your mom to hear them. All that talk about buying better medicine, our family matters, are none of an outsider's business.
Mom, Dad, I'm sorry for making you suffer such humiliation with me today.
Shen, Dad just wants to ask you one thing. Are you serious about opening this shop?
Yes.
Then do it. King is not a decent man, but I've lived long enough to understand one thing: money can be taken away. A shop can be taken away. But your skill will always be yours. As long as you have that talent for grilling, you'll never go hungry anywhere. Shen, this is the pension we saved up last year. It's 20,000 to you, and take it for now.
Mom, I can't take this money.
Just take it since your mom is giving it to you. We have enough food and drinks at home, and your mom's medicine is sufficient. The rent for the shop, the cost of ingredients, everything costs money. If you want to do something serious, just go for it. Don't let money hold you back.
Your dad is right. Don't take what Cheng Zi said to heart. As long as our family is doing well, that's all that matters.
Mom has been sick all these years for the sake of this family. Dad quit smoking and hasn't bought new clothes in years. I know better than anyone how hard it was to save this money. Mom, Dad, don't worry. I will never let anyone have a second chance to insult our family. I held my parents' wrinkled hands. My heart felt heavy. I knew what they were giving me was not just a bank book, but also their trust in me and the responsibility of being the family's backbone. Xiao Yu sent a picture. It was the newly issued food business license in the operator column. 2 words were clearly written: Lin Shen. I touched those 2 words on the screen. My heart was filled with mixed emotions. Over the years, for the sake of so-called brotherhood, the sweat I poured in couldn't compete with your greed after all. And this business license and that improved recipe are the foundation for my fresh start.
Brother Shen, the license is ready. The shop has been cleaned up. Can we start preparing to open for business?
No rush. Let's test the grill first. Remember to keep track of the progress of making the sign.
You got it, Brother Shen. Leave it to me.
During the Chinese New Year day, it's the time when everyone is most relaxed. The restaurants on the street were all closed.
After the lively sound of firecrackers,
Red paper scraps covered the ground. Our family acted as if nothing had happened and visited relatives as usual. But Xiao Yu and I were both determined deep down. Zhao Jikyang was in the family group chat, posting photos of his new Mercedes and New Year's Eve dinner. Relatives kept commenting below.
in the dead of night,
Xiao Yu and I put up the new sign next to Veteran BBQ.
the storefront of Brother Shen's BBQ was clean and tidy.
But one more thing was weighing on my mind.
Everyone has different tastes.
The quality of the new seasoning is not something just Xiao Yu and I can determine on our own. News from the class monitor. It came on the 3rd day of the Lunar New Year.
Lin, I've tasted the seasoning you sent over.
From the other end of the line came the voice of my class monitor. I gripped my phone nervously. After the class monitor left the army, with the skills he honed during his time in the service, he opened over a dozen restaurant chains in the city. You could say his opinion would determine the fate of this seasoning.
To be honest with you, I served for 15 years and have been a head chef for 8 years since your recipe is the most well-balanced I've ever tasted.
Monitor, don't just flatter me.
When have I ever lied to you? This seasoning isn't harsh on the palate, and it doesn't leave a greasy aftertaste. Once it hits the charcoal fire, the aroma really lingers, especially the crushed walnut cookies inside there, the finishing touch.
As expected of the class monitor, nothing gets past you.
When you were in the service, you always loved to experiment, and you've really figured something out. But I have a suggestion. People in your area prefer lighter flavors. You could use a bit less cumin.
Got it, Monitor.
All right, once your shop is open, I'll bring the brothers over to support you. Don't forget, when we veterans go into the food business, we must rely on quality and honesty.
After hanging up, the dark cloud over my heart finally vanished. As long as the seasoning is good, I'm confident I can make this shop a hit.
Brother Shen, who was that? Why do you look so happy?
It's good news about the shop. This is the one. The meat is good and the weight is honest.
We'll work together long term.
Is this the childhood friend you mentioned? He looks like a total loser.
Lin Shen has quite the ego opening his own shop. He really thinks his skills are one of a kind.
You said he opened his own shop. Can he still come help you on the 15th?
We've been brothers for years. He has no choice but to come. Besides, I've already learned his seasoning recipe. You think veteran BBQ can't survive without him? Once we land Brother Joe's big contract grilling skewers, even a dog in the kitchen could do it. He's quite eager to throw his money away. I'll drive over to see him tomorrow. About the 15th. I'll remind him one more time.
4 a.m. That's when I head out to buy supplies every morning. Zhao Jiqiang is acting cocky because he made a fortune last year. His shop won't open until the 15th. Since it's the New Year holiday, it's the perfect time for me to build my first customer base. But what I didn't expect was that Dad was waiting for me even earlier. Dad, it's only 4 a.m. Why are you up already?
About you opening the shop, I have a few things to tell you. Because of what happened with Changzi, you've been holding a grudge and you're determined to make money on your own. Your mom and I both know that, but you must remember, when you first start a business, a little loss is no big deal. You see, you're not like Changzi. I raised you myself. And you're the good boy I personally sent to the army. Even if you've taken off the uniform, you can't, just for the sake of money, be like Changzi and resort to cheating customers on weight or selling inferior goods as premium. As long as you were once a soldier, no matter what your job is, you must have a clear conscience.
I was stunned. I didn't expect my dad to wait for me so early in the morning just to tell me this. I stood at attention and nodded to him solemnly. Don't worry, Dad, no matter how poor I am, I will stick to my principles. Mom and Dad, rest assured, I won't let you down. I'll make our lives better and better.
Thanks, Brother Shen. After working all morning, I've been craving Brother Shen's food.
Eat up, don't stay hungry.
Shen, this shop of yours looks quite decent.
Brother Qiang is here. Want to sit down and have a bite?
Looks too greasy unhealthy. I'm not eating that.
Since veteran BBQ hasn't opened yet these few days, you're getting a taste of being a boss. Are you happy?
It's good.
What do you mean getting a taste? Our Brother Shen is a boss now.
When adults are talking, why are you kids interrupting? But Shen, I won't say anything about your little side business here, but don't forget the important stuff. Brother Joe is coming for a team building in 2 days. There will be about 100 people. We need at least 50 pounds of meat. Don't take it lightly.
I haven't forgotten. Then where is the capital for the purchase coming from? When Zhao Jiqiang heard me mention the capital, that usual condescending smile on his face stiffened for a moment. Ah, Shen.
Listen to you as if I'd ever owe you money.
Zhao Jiqiang kept saying that he wouldn't let me lose out, but over the last 3 years, every time a big client booked the whole place, things like equipment repairs were always paid for by me. I glanced at the Mercedes parked outside, the luxury watch on Zhao Jiqiang's wrist and around Wang Feng's neck, a shiny gold chain. It wasn't that she didn't have money. She wanted me to drain that 60,000 yuan, so I'd have no capital to ever make a comeback. I just finished the rent and equipment renovation for this shop. I'm really short on cash right now.
Look, the shop is mine. The customers are mine too, Brother Joe. He only came here because of me. As for you, just focus on grilling the skewers. To Brother Joe's satisfaction, a few days ago, we just got a batch of new equipment. You should cover the cost of the ingredients for now. Once Brother Joe's team building event is over and the payment goes through, I'll pay you back every single cent.
Words like these. Over the past 3 years, I've heard them countless times, so I knew full well this would also lead to nothing. I looked at Zhao Jiqiang's hypocritical face and the blatant mockery on Wang Feng's face. I didn't haggle with him anymore. I just nodded. He seemed very satisfied with my compliance, reached out and patted my shoulder.
I know you're an honest guy. Once we land this big deal, I'll come to you for help with similar jobs after the new year. Think of it as looking out for a brother's business. How's that for a favor?
Jiqiang, you're just too good to your friends. He's right next door stealing your business, yet you're still giving him the big deals.
What do you know? Ashen is my childhood friend. For big clients like this, Only Ah Shen's skills can give me peace of mind.
No problem, I'll take care of it. I went along with Zhao Zhiqiang's words and casually agreed. Zhao Zhiqiang and Wang Feng, caught up in their performance, finally walked out satisfied. Watching the Mercedes drive away, I couldn't help but chuckle. Zhao Zhiqiang's mouth is full of plans for after the new year, but he doesn't know. There is no after the new year for our friendship.
Over the next few days, I bought ingredients as usual, cleaned the place up. The New Year holiday wasn't quite over yet. Not many restaurants in town were open, so almost every night, my shop was packed to the rafters. During this time, many of my former regulars came to eat. Some came to genuinely support me, but even more came to see me fail.
Shinyu gave up a perfectly good job as a chef to be your own boss. How long can you last?
Starting a business is tough these days. You're lucky just to have a job.
Boss Zhao, next door has been at it for years. He's got the customers and the connections. You had to open right across from him. Aren't you just asking for trouble?
Xiao Yu couldn't stand these comments even more than I could. With a long face, holding a beer bottle, she slammed it onto the table.
Brother Liu, have your drink first. The skewers will be ready soon.
Little girl, you're working for Shen. How much does he pay you a month? Don't come crying when he can't pay your wages.
Don't you worry about that. Brother Shen never delays paychecks. He's way better than the guy next door.
Such disparaging remarks were endless when the shop first opened.
But I never tried to explain anything to anyone because I knew. A tough battle for the shop's survival was still ahead. Things are busy at the shop lately. I might not have time to come home and rest.
Don't work too hard on your own. If it gets to be too much, just give us a call at home, even though I'm old. I can still help you out.
It's okay, Dad, don't worry. I have help at the shop. My mom turned around and pulled a plastic bag from under the pillow. Inside were 2 pairs of thick gloves. She had spent the last few days knitting them late into the night, under the lamp, seeing the dark circles under her eyes and the heavy exhaustion she showed. My eyes couldn't help but well up.
Wear these gloves when you're grilling. Mom knows you're a responsible boy, but you have to take care of yourself.
I reached out and took the plastic bag Mom handed me. It was light, but it felt heavy, weighing on my heart.
Mom, you and Dad should get some rest. No need to wait for my call. Take care of yourselves.
Okay, all right, off you go.
I put on my bag and left the house, looking at the falling snowflakes. I looked up and took a deep breath. Mom held back her tears. So did I, because crying is useless. What really matters is to light the fire and grill the meat to perfection to make those waiting to see me fail all shut their mouths. City A in winter. The sun rises very late, 3 a.m. It's pitch black outside. Zhao Yu rode the tricycle all the way here. Ice crystals hung from her eyelashes.
Brother Shen, you said yesterday we'd need at least 50 pounds of meat. I went and borrowed a bigger vehicle. See if it's enough to carry the ingredients.
I looked at her face, flushed from the ride. In my heart, I felt a wave of warmth. At first, when she came over from Zhao Zhiqiang's shop, I thought her talk about sticking together through thick and thin was just empty talk in the heat of the moment. There's so much to do for a new shop. Opening. Truly overwhelming. I didn't expect that from setting up tables to sourcing ingredients. She never once let me down. Not a single complaint. Not a word about being tired.
That's enough. I bought 30 pounds of lamb. The other 20 plus pounds are beef and pork, plus some chicken wings and seafood. Better to have too much. We can eat the leftovers ourselves than to let the customers run out.
Brother Shen, this meat looks really fresh. It must have cost a lot.
Now is not the time to worry about costs. Joe is a picky eater. If the meat is $2 cheaper but lower quality, the taste drops a whole level in the food business. Customers can't see the kitchen, but we have to work with a clear conscience. These words. Over the past 3 years, I don't know how many times I told Zhao Zhiqiang. But he only cared about those few cents of profit on the ledger. He never cared why the leftovers on the tables were always the same few items. He never saw how I haggled in the market to ensure the quality of the ingredients. He only saw me at the grill flipping skewers, a craft he thought even a dog could do.
I know. Brother Shen. That's exactly why I decided to follow you.
Hearing Xiao Yu say this, I couldn't help but be taken aback. The last person who told me I believe in you was Zhao Zhiqiang. He only said that because he wanted my skills and because he knew I valued our brotherhood and wouldn't easily turn against him. But now, the future of this new shop is still uncertain, to save on startup costs. The salary she's getting from me is 200 less than at the old shop. Why is she so willing to follow me? I hopped on the tricycle she borrowed, loaded with raw meat. Xiao Yu sat behind me, constantly blowing on her palms to keep warm. In the cold wind, I stayed silent for a moment before speaking. Xiao Yu, aren't you afraid this shop might fail?
So what if it fails, Brother Shen? With your skills, you can open a shop anywhere. I'll still follow you then.
She made it sound so easy, as if changing shops was no different.
From moving a street stall.
But I knew her dad broke his leg on a construction site a couple of days ago.
I took a deep breath and gripped the handlebars tighter.
All right.
Then let's make this shop a success. We won't let it fail by following me now.
She's putting her family responsibilities on the line like a bet on a gambling table, which makes this trust even more precious. With only 2 people in the shop, just prepping the ingredients was no easy task. I stood behind the counter, sorting the meat I'd bought.
Washing it.
And cutting it into uniform pieces, marinades and seasonings covered the counter. Each piece of meat, carefully sliced and scored, soaked quietly in the mix.
Waiting for time.
To infuse them with flavors that would conquer any palate. I looked at my fingertips, all wrinkled from the water and marinade. The sense of fulfillment far outweighed the exhaustion.
Brother Shen, the tables, chairs, and tableware outside have all been wiped down and set up. We're just waiting for Brother Joe and the others tonight. But
what?
It's already daylight, but Veterans BBQ next door still hasn't opened yet. Even if we finish grilling and bring the skewers over, will they even have time to get ready? Looking at Xiaoyu's innocent face.
I gave a small smile before I could say anything. My phone started ringing. It was Zhao Jiqiang.
Shen, are you up yet? Don't tell me you're still in bed.
I'm up. The meat is already marinating.
I knew it. I can always count on you for big orders. By the way, I have some good news.
What is it?
Mr. Zhou told me last night that after the team building, he's planning an annual gala. It'll be at our shop too. There will be even more people then, including several executives. We won't have to worry about expanding the shop then.
He keeps saying, our shop. He doesn't see me as the owner of an independent shop at all.
It's all on you today. Shen, make us proud. Mr. Zhou already paid a deposit.
No wonder Zhao Jiqiang is so focused on this order, even though he hired a new grill master. He kept calling me to help. It's not that he doesn't realize what my skills mean for his shop. He just wants to squeeze every last bit of value out of me before he hits the jackpot. Mr. Zhou even paid a deposit in advance. You're really taking this seriously.
Yeah, just the budget for drinks and smokes for this meal was 30,000. Shen, if we nail this order, people from all over will flock to us. Our profits will easily double. Merge your shop with mine, and we'll split next year's profits 50-50.
With just one casual sentence, Zhao Jiqiang turned the shop I built with my own sweat and tears
into part of his expansion plan.
I wasn't disappointed nor angry. He doesn't realize yet that his empty promises and condescending arrogance will in just a few hours completely shatter his dreams for the future. I interrupted him. We'll talk later. I'm not done with my work yet. Gotta go. The sun gradually set. Xiao Yu and I had been working since before dawn, arranging tables, buying ingredients, marinating and skewering meat, working non-stop until night fell again. Finally, everything in the shop was ready. The grill was filled with fruitwood charcoal, and the plates were filled with mountains of skewers. Every piece of meat was glazed with sauce. Looking plump and glossy, it was truly mouth-watering. Just then, bright headlights cut through the darkness, wearing a suit that looked completely out of place. Zhao Jiqiang stepped out of the car. Looking at the shutter of Veterans BBQ, which wasn't open yet, he stormed over to me in a rage.
Lin Shen, what's going on? Didn't you say everything was ready?
Zhao Jiqiang, all dressed up in a suit, stood in front of the BBQ shop, where even the rolling shutter wasn't open yet. His face was flushed red. In the 20 years I've known him,
This was the first time I'd seen him looking so completely out of sorts.
Mr. Zhou and his group are about to arrive, and you're still sitting here eating. Is this what you meant by being ready?
Looking at Zhao Jiqiang's
Face twisted with rage, I lowered my head.
and took a slow mouthful of fried rice. Chiang, the meat is marinated, the charcoal is hot, the skewers are all set out. Aren't we just waiting for the guests now?
Lin Shen, oh Lin Shen, I gave you 60,000 at the end of the year. Was that just so you could go against me?
Chang, you said it yourself before. The 60,000 was just my annual bonus, not a contract for my soul. I used to just be a guy, grilling skewers, but now the rent, utilities, and ingredients are all on my dime.
Zhao Jiqiang probably realized how his past words would eventually turn into a boomerang and come back to hit him. He kicked over a stool outside the shop and pointed at me twice with a glare.
Fine, Lin Shen, you just wait and see.
After saying that, he turned back to the Veterans BBQ shop and pulled out his keys. The rolling shutter, unopened for a long time as he shoved it up with force, let out a piercing screech. The accumulated dust, shaken loose, fell onto his carefully styled hair. Zhao Jiqiang scrambled to open the shop. then turned back and yelled at Xiao Yu.
What are you standing there for? Get over here and help.
Xiao Yu looked back at me, and after seeing me shake my head,
A playful smile appeared on her face, Chang. I'm not your employee anymore. Helping out another shop, our boss won't allow it. Xiao Yu intentionally said the word
boss, very loudly. Zhao Ziqiang's face instantly turned beet red. Zhao Ziqiang pulls his phone out of his pocket. His tone is no longer as calm as it was when he used to order me around.
Hello. I don't care what you're doing. Now, immediately, get over to the shop.
Boss, didn't you say work doesn't start until tomorrow? Besides, what am I supposed to do there this late at night?
Cut the crap. Just get over here.
It's not impossible for me to go now, Mr. Zhao, but about the pay.
Zhao Ziqiang wipes the stove with his hand. Looking at the thick grease and dust on his palm, his voice begins to tremble slightly.
I'll double your pay for today. Bring 2 more people. No, bring all your buddies. Everyone come and help. The sooner the better.
It's already 5:30 p.m. Zhao Ziqiang doesn't realize that even if he brings in more people now, there's no way by 7 o'clock to prepare a meal that would satisfy the customers. Buying groceries, marinating meat, just preparing the basic ingredients would take at least half a day. In the past, he always took it for granted and left all these tedious tasks for me to handle. Today, he's going to pay the price for being a hands-off boss.
You 2 ungrateful bastards, I can do this without you.
After spitting out some harsh words, Zhao Ziqiang scrambles into his Mercedes. He speeds off toward the market without looking back. Perhaps it's the naivety of someone who's never done hard work that makes him hold on to the illusion that he can still save the day.
I want 50 pounds, no 60 pounds of meat, beef and mutton in total.
Zhao Ziqiang stops hurriedly in front of a meat stall. Still gasping for breath, the stall owner just looks up at him.
And puts away his cleaver. Oh, please. Who comes to buy meat at this hour? We're all sold out today. Come back early tomorrow.
Isn't that meat right there on the counter? How can it be sold out?
All that's left are bones, lymph nodes, and skin. This stuff is only fit for dogs. Since you want such a large amount, are you in the catering business?
Isn't that meat too? Stop talking. Just pack up everything that's left.
A short while later, 2 young men walked into Veteran BBQ. They looked around at the long-neglected furniture and grills. Seeing that Zhao Ziqiang wasn't in the shop, they had no intention of doing any work. They pulled up chairs and started gaming together. At 6:12 p.m., the headlights of several vans broke the silence of the night. Xiao Yu and I hurried to greet them.
Brother Joe, you're here.
Brother Joe looked at the young men sitting outside Veteran BBQ, with their game audio blaring, their mouths still muttering, foul language under their breath. He frowned imperceptibly. He looked up at the sign, looking a bit confused.
Shen's Barbecue. And Veteran Barbecue, it doesn't even look open.
Brother Joe, you've arrived. Please, come in and sit down. Try some peanuts and snacks first. The meat is grilled to order. Please wait a moment.
Brother Joe looked into the shop. His gaze swept over the room under the bright chandeliers. The place was spotless. His furrowed brow relaxed a bit. But when he saw my familiar face, behind the grill, he was completely at ease. He nodded at me. Once the high-quality fruitwood charcoal was fully lit, it emitted a faint, pleasant, woody aroma. The marinated skewers sizzled as they were turned, releasing delicious juices, making the meat on the skewers look even more succulent and tempting. The rich aroma of meat soon drifted halfway down the street. I sprinkled the newly improved seasoning evenly over the skewers on the plate. Watching Xiao Yu place the dish in front of Brother Joe, my palms inside the gloves were slightly damp with sweat. Brother Joe picked up the top skewer.
Put it in his mouth after a couple of chews.
A look of surprise flashed across his face. He looked down, examined the seasoning closely, and said,
Shen, this taste is different from before.
Just then, Zhao Ziqiang grabbed the doorframe, panting heavily. Seeing the lively scene in the shop, he shouted out in shock.
Brother Joe?
The sleeves of Zhao Ziqiang's expensive suit were stained with blood from raw meat. His carefully groomed, slicked-back hair was soaked with sweat. Zhao Ziqiang was panting heavily, dragging 2 large bags of raw meat in his hands, leaving a trail of stains on the clean floor, forcing a smile on his face that looked worse than crying.
Hey, Mr. Joe, you first have a little something here first. My shop over there will be ready soon.
Mr. Joe looked at Zhao Jiqiang's state and couldn't help but frown.
Changzi, what have you been doing to look like this?
Mr. Joe, I went to buy meat. Look, this is all the freshest meat. That kid Lin Shen is really dishonest. He clearly promised to help me, but he set up his own grill here and lured you over.
Even at a time like this, Zhao Jiqiang still tried to shift the blame. But he forgot that it was precisely because veteran BBQ didn't even have a single chair to sit on that Mr. Zhou walked into this shop instead. Zhao Jiqiang opened the 2 bags of meat at his feet. Rotten meat that had been sitting out on a stall all day. Piled up in the plastic bags like slimy sludge, there was barely any meat on the bones. Some pieces were even starting to teem with tiny maggots. A few workers nearby saw this and couldn't help but gag. Mr. Zhou's face darkened completely. Large beads of sweat rolled down Zhao's forehead.
I paid you a 30,000 deposit in advance, and this is the freshest meat you were talking about.
No, please, let me explain, Mr. Zhou. It's just that the markets were all closed today. I went through a lot of trouble to get these.
I'm paying to treat everyone to a meal to make sure everyone has a good time, not so we can eat this rotten garbage of yours.
Lin Shen. It's all that kid Lin Shen's fault. He kept saying he would come to the shop to help.
Changzi, enough. Changzi, I've worked with you for 3 years. That was only because of Shen's skills. There are so many BBQ joints in town. If it weren't for the taste, did you really think your veteran BBQ had anything special about it?
Hearing this, Zhao Jiqiang looked like he'd been slapped in the face.
He froze completely.
Your shop from Chinese New Year until now, forget about opening for business. You haven't even cleaned the place. Is this any way to run a shop? You didn't even prepare the meat for today's team building. Looking like this, how can I trust you with our annual party?
Brother Zhou, didn't we already agree on the annual party?
Brother Joe gave a cold snort and cut him off immediately.
Agreed. Was a contract signed? Was the money paid? Changzi, business matters aren't settled just by talking.
Brother Zhou raised his glass
and glanced back.
Behind the grill.
At me, carefully seasoning the food.
From now on, my factory's team building and annual parties will all be held here at Shen's place. Oh, right, regarding the terms for this team building event, don't forget the triple liquidated damages.
Standing behind the grill, I nodded calmly at Brother Zhao Jiqiang stood at the entrance of Shen's BBQ, as if rooted to the spot. His face turned from pale to red, then to purple. In those few seconds, anger, resentment, and grievance flashed across his face, before finally turning into a hollowness I had never seen before.
Brother Zhou, you can't do this.
Brother Zhou picked up a skewer from the plate again and waved him away like shooing a fly.
Enough. Just leave already. Don't forget to take those 2 bags of meat with you. Don't dirty someone else's floor.
I looked at the disheveled and trembling Zhao Jiqiang. I didn't mock him like he used to do to me. There was only coldness and calm. Take 2 steps back. The smell of raw meat on you is ruining my customer's appetite. Xiao Yu had already brought a mop and was waiting nearby.
He bent down and dragged those 2 bags of meat, stumbling toward the door.
He didn't look back.
And I didn't stop him, I knew.
Our friendship of over 20 years was completely severed at this moment. After Zhao Jiqiang left, the shop quickly became noisy again. Plates of grilled meat and seafood were continuously served.
Skewers piled up like a small mountain in the trash can.
As the last plate of meat was served, the red glow of the charcoal gradually faded. Brother Zhou called out to me.
Shen, don't just stand there. Come and sit for a bit.
Zhou.
Are you happy with the meal today? Very much so. You've improved the seasoning on these skewers. It's even better than before.
Hearing that, I couldn't help but smile. For those of us in the food industry,
The most satisfying thing
isn't a big pre-order, but the approval of a regular customer. I wiped the sweat off my face with my apron and sat down across from him. Zhou, thanks for today, Zhou. I really appreciate it.
Thank me for what?
For giving me a hand when I needed it most.
Shen, you've got it wrong. I wasn't just doing you a favor. People know what's what. If someone's food is good and the price is right, then I'll give them my business. It's only natural.
I gripped the glass in front of me. His words were like a warm fire burning in my heart.
This shop you had with Changzi, I watched you guys build it from the ground up. It was pretty good the first year, but then Changzi let it go to his head. The quality of the meat started dropping, and the service went downhill too. If it weren't for your cooking, I would have stopped going a long time ago.
Zhou was really speaking from the heart. It's not that people couldn't see. That Zhao Jiqiang was the problem.
They were just being loyal to old times. Taking this chance today,
to lay everything out in the open, a heavy burden that had been weighing on me,
was finally lifted.
But you, Shen, I didn't expect that you'd actually strike out on your own and make it taste even better than before. You've got guts.
It's not about guts. I was just backed into a corner with no other choice.
Haha, let's go.
Sure. I'll prepare in advance. I'll hire a couple more people to help. As long as you trust me.
Zhou stood up and patted my shoulder. In his eyes, there was a kindness just like a parent's.
I trust you, but I have to be blunt with you first.
Please go ahead.
When I do business, I insist on using quality ingredients. The ingredients for the annual party should be 120 yuan per person, not including drinks and cigarettes. The meat must be good. And the portion must be generous. If I find out you're like that kid Changzi cutting corners, don't blame me for being harsh.
Zhou's words were blunt.
But the hand on my shoulder felt warm. I looked up into Zhou's eyes.
Knowing the huge responsibility that comes with trust, Zhou. I served 5 years in the military cooking squad. I can't promise much else, but I'll never lose my integrity.
The deposit for the banquet, I'll transfer it to you now.
I looked at my phone screen. A transfer of 60,000 yuan. The awkwardness of the past, feeling like I was receiving charity, was gone. It was also 60,000. But when Zhao Jiqiang gave it, it was a condescending dismissal. It was an insult, but Zhou's 60,000 was the trust of an elder, an entrustment, and an endorsement. This money might not make someone rich overnight, wealthy and prosperous.
Thank you.
But I suddenly realized in that moment I was no longer that easily looked down upon skewer chef.
Don't worry, Zhou. Every skewer of meat will be handled by me personally.
Zhou didn't say anything more. I stood up and watched his taillights disappear around the corner of the street before turning back. At that moment, at the veteran BBQ right next door, Zhao Jiqiang was slumped in a chair. 2 oddly dressed young men stood in front of him.
Boss, where's the work?
We've been waiting here all night. Haven't even had a drop of water.
Zhao Jiqiang's neatly styled hair was a mess. His suit was covered in stains. Here and there, he sat dejectedly in the chair behind the counter and waved his hand impatiently.
No more work. Everyone leave.
Hey, you're the one who called us. You promised double pay. Now you want us to leave. Are you messing with us?
Zhao Jiqiang stands up. From his pocket, he pulls out a few crumpled 100 yuan bills and slaps them on the table.
100 each. Take it and leave.
The young men look at each other. One of them
Picks up the money and fans it in his hand, just 100 each. Boss, are you treating us like beggars?
What did you guys even do? You sat here playing games all night. How much more do you want?
When you called us over, that's not what you said. You said there was a big order at the shop and told us to come quickly to prep meat and grill skewers. And the result, just these 2 bags of rotten meat.
No wonder you failed.
Under their mockery, Zhao Jiqiang went ballistic. He flipped over the cash register in front of him.
Get out, all of you. Get the hell out.
The leader of the group pockets the money.
Spits on the ground. Sure thing, boss. Next time there's a job with no work, but easy money, remember to call us.
The punks walk out cursing. Zhao Jiqiang slumps back into his chair. He sweeps the desk lamp onto the floor with a loud crash. The bulb shatters everywhere. Xiao Yu pulls me and points toward the darkness. Where Zhao Jiqiang sits motionless, I know what's on his mind. A perfectly good business. How did it end up like this? But he'll never figure it out because he refuses to think about what exactly he did wrong. Several large trucks approach from a distance. Zhao Jiqiang sees workers carrying brand new equipment, stopping in front of his shop, completely like a pile of mush. He slumps to the ground. After settling last year's accounts to expand the shop, he rushed to take out a loan and ordered several pieces of expensive imported cooking equipment. He thought he could still be like last year, a hands-off boss. But now I've signed his big contract. He no longer has the skill to keep customers coming back. All that's left is a dusty storefront and a staggering amount of debt on his books.
After tidying up the shop, I gave Xiao Yu her salary for this month in advance and told her to go home and get some rest. After snowing for days, it finally cleared up. Sunlight filtered through the trees onto the snow-covered winter suite. A pedal bent under the heavy weight, letting the snow slide off before springing back up again. Looking at the resilient winter suite, a different feeling welled up in my heart. Over the past 3 years, not only did I have to grill skewers in the back, but I also had to monitor the quality of the produce. From the suppliers Jiqiang contacted, I had to carefully control costs and handle customer complaints and feedback. Now, looking back at that shop, it's small but clean and bright. I feel an indescribable sense of relief. By landing this deal, I won't have to worry about customers anymore, and I've opened up a channel to cooperate with all the nearby factories and plants once the cash flow and production stabilize. I'll hire a few reliable chefs, expand the shop, and take Mom to a nice nursing home to stay for a while. Having money and free time was something I never dared to dream of before, but now it's a future within reach. Back at home, I took off my grease-stained jacket and took a nice hot shower. I also washed the gloves Mom knitted for me and hung them up to dry. I didn't feel the usual exhaustion from working late. I personally cooked and made a feast for my parents. Sitting at the table, I told them about the big deal I signed last night. Mom looked at the transfer on the screen, and her eyes welled up with tears. But Dad seemed a bit worried.
It's good that you've earned the trust of Changzi's old customers. That's a positive thing. But I have to warn you that boy Changzi is very competitive. Your shop has just started and you've taken on such a big order, you must be meticulous in every step. If something goes wrong in the food business, it's more serious than just getting a complaint.
Thinking back to last night, Zhao Jiqiang's reaction, I was definitely feeling a bit nervous. He didn't make a scene at the time, but I know better than anyone. He's not the type to just let things go, I know, Dad. After finishing the meal, I took the paper with the new seasoning recipe and tucked it under my pillow. I patiently took stock of everything needed for the annual meeting and carefully rehearsed what needed to be done at every step. I'm not afraid of Zhao Jiqiang coming to my door to pick a fight, but I'm most worried he'll act out of desperation and pull some dirty tricks behind my back. While I was contacting suppliers and preparing for the annual meeting, Zhao Jiqiang was going through a storm. All the beautiful illusions before the new year were shattered by Zhao Jiqiang's father in a merciless slap, turning them into dust. The Mercedes bought to save face before the new year, and the new equipment for shop expansion, had already drained last year's profits, leaving nothing behind. Now not only can they not pay Brother Joe's penalty for breach of contract, they don't even have the capital to reopen. Zhao Jiqiang had to bite the bullet and keep calling people for help.
Hello, Master Wang. Can you come work at my shop next week? I'll pay $3,000 a month. No, $5,000, Boss Lee. Do you have a recipe for BBQ seasoning? I'll pay any price.
Zhao Jiqiang called almost everyone in the catering industry from his contacts, but the responses were all the same.
Mr. Zhao, it's not that I won't help you. The new year just ended and we need all the help we can get. No matter the price, I can't jump ship. Otherwise, what kind of person would I be?
Mr. Zhao, in all my years of work, I've never seen anyone trying to buy someone else's seasoning recipe. If your shop thrives, then how am I supposed to make a living?
Only then did he realize that without me, Veteran BBQ was nothing more than a vacant shop waiting to be leased.
Look at you, you ruined such a perfectly good shop. Dad, please stop.
Looking at Zhao Jiqiang, looking like a beaten dog.
His father grew even more furious. If I don't speak up, you'll forget who you are. I told you when you bought that Mercedes before the new year, stop showing off. Now look what happened. The money's gone and the customers have all left. What are you going to do now?
Lin Shen, it's all Lin Shen's fault. That kid opened a shop right next to mine. He stole all my customers.
Is this the time for excuses? Why don't you go talk to Lin Shen properly? Even if you have to merge the shops, pay him $10,000 a month. Or $20,000 if you have to. It's better than your current situation.
No way. Even if I starve, I will never beg that Lin Shen. He was like a beggar before the new year, and I just brushed him off. Begging him now, wouldn't that be letting him walk all over me?
At that moment, Wang Fang came out of the bedroom,
wearing a new fur coat,
dragging a suitcase with a cold expression.
Fang, where are you going?
Changzi, let's break up.
What did you say?
I said we're breaking up, don't you understand?
Just because I'm broke now.
At least you're self-aware. Even a street griller is doing better than you now. Let's just end this cleanly. You can pay off your massive debt yourself. I don't want to live in poverty with you.
You ungrateful bitch.
Zhao Jiqiang stood up, smashing the vase on the coffee table. He smashed the new TV to pieces.
The room was left in a total mess by Zhao Jiqiang.
His eyes were bloodshot. His gaze revealed a sense of
ruthless desire to tear Lin Shen limb from limb.
Lin Shen, don't you want to be the boss? I'll make sure you never succeed in your life.
Zhao Jiqiang looked frantic. Gripping his phone tightly, he dialed a number.
Hey, no work this time. I need a favor. It's the shop next door. I want to shut him down for good.
Mr. Zhao, I don't do fights.
No fighting. Lin Shen took a big order recently. He'll definitely need temp workers. You go buy a bottle of paraquat and pour it on his meat.
I can't do that. It's against the law.
Money is no object. 20,000. How about it?
Silence on the other end. Zhao Jiqiang heard heavy breathing.
Brother Chang, it's not about the money. If I get caught, I'll end up in jail. Besides that paraquat stuff, it kills people.
Don't worry about that. I'll take the fall if anything happens. 30,000, you win.
What a grudge, Brother Chang. I'm only doing this because we're bros, but I need the money up front. 30,000 every penny.
He hung up the phone. Zhao Jiqiang looked at the transfer on the screen. His hands were shaking. 30,000 was his last bit of cash. After spending this money, he didn't think about the consequences. Only one thought was in his head. Lin Shen must suffer. As the shop was closing that day, a sketchy young man came into my shop with dyed yellowish hair and a cigarette tucked behind his ear. He said he wanted to be a temp worker. I took a closer look. It was the guy Zhao Jiqiang brought for Mr. Zhou's factory team building that day.
Boss, are you still hiring? Yes. What can you do? Anything. Serving tea and water, cutting meat and skewering, cleaning up. Didn't you work at veteran BBQ next door before? For a couple of days, that job was boring, so I came to check this place out, looking at his slacker attitude. I knew he wasn't telling the truth. Most likely, Zhao Jiqiang sent him. But I'm really short-staffed right now. I'll just have to keep a close eye on him. If he slips up, it'll be an opportunity handed to me. 100 a day plus 2 meals. If you do well, you stay. If not, you're gone.
Although I allowed Akun to stay and help out at the shop for now, but he doesn't give me the same sense of reliability that Xiaoyu does. When no one was around, I installed a few security cameras in the shop. I hope these things will never need to be used, but if someone insists on looking for trouble, I won't have to worry about a lack of evidence. After the installation was finished, I took out my phone to test the feed. The cameras from 4 angles captured everything clearly: the kitchen, register, condiment station, and freezer. Not a single spot was missed.
Akun was just asking if we should start preparing for the annual party. There are a full 300 people. Just skewering the meat will take 2 days.
Yeah, I've already ordered the ingredients. We'll start preparing tomorrow. I've made a list. Help me check if anything is missing. At the corner of the checkout counter, a tuft of yellow hair was acting suspiciously. Peeking out from the kitchen, I didn't say a word, pretending I didn't see anything. Xiaoyu took the list I handed him and started reading it aloud.
Squid tentacles, beef, mutton, chicken wings, and sausages, chicken gizzards. Brother Shen, are we making chicken gizzards this time too?
Brother Zhou said, many people at his factory are migrant workers from Sichuan. They love their spicy food. Don't forget to make the flavor extra strong then. Seeming to have heard what he wanted, that tuft of yellow hair retreated, although I never like to assume the worst of anyone. The current situation forces me to be more cautious. Brother Zhou's annual party was fast approaching. The 3 of us, Xiaoyu, Akun, and I worked in the shop until past 11 p.m. every night. Brother Shen, should we call a few more people to help tomorrow? I know a few guys who are quick workers. No need. We have enough hands. When he said this, his eyes drifted instinctively. Looking where he was glancing, it was toward the condiment station. My heart skipped a beat.
You say that Akun is acting sneaky every day.
What on earth is he doing?
I didn't answer Xiaoyu's question right away. Instead, I opened the surveillance footage. On the phone screen, Akun waited until the kitchen was empty, stood by the seasoning station. From his pocket, he pulled out a bottle of green liquid and poured it into the vinegar bottle.
What's going on? What did Akun pour into the vinegar?
Usually, things in bottles like that are either paraquat or DDVP. I realized Akun was sent by Zhao Jiqiang to deal with me, but I didn't expect that scumbag.
Would actually gamble with the customers' lives. All the previous insults from Zhao Jiqiang.
I could have let them all slide, but doing something like this
is absolutely unforgivable.
That bottle of vinegar, I only use it as a marinade for the chicken gizzards.
Because the heavy chili and spices can mask the strange smell of pesticides.
Zhao Jiqiang even calculated this.
He specifically chose the dish with the strongest flavor.
The one where it's hardest to notice. I stood up,
walked over to the seasoning station,
opened the vinegar bottle and took a sniff.
Sure enough, amidst the aroma of vinegar, there was a hint of a pungent chemical smell.
Shen, let's call the police quickly. This could kill someone if they eat it.
Don't rush. If we call the police and arrest Akun now, Zhao Jiqiang can just deny everything. But since he's done something like this, don't think he can get away scot-free.
Shen, what do we do now?
Go back to sleep. Pretend nothing happened and then gamble.
Gamble.
Gamble that Zhao Jiqiang will try to frame us. Xiaoyu is still young. She only knows this is wrong. But since Zhao Jiqiang dared to poison us, he must have planned an exit strategy. If we strike, we must finish him for good. Don't give Zhao Jiqiang any chance to recover. Early the next morning, Xiaoyu and I started preparing in the shop, probably worried about being implicated when the truth comes out. Akun refused, no matter what, to help out in the kitchen. He just mechanically put the skewers, box by box, into the insulated containers. The sweat dripping from Akun's forehead showed his inner unease, so much so that he didn't even realize. Those gizzards mixed with paraquat weren't in the insulated containers at all. Entering Mr. Zhou's factory, the vehicle drove slowly along the way and arrived at the cafeteria. Ah? Kun didn't say a word the whole way. His eyes were shifting restlessly. Inside the cafeteria, round tables covered with red cloths were set up, decorated with balloons. It looked very lively. Workers started trickling in. Xiaoyu also helped me. Take the food from several large insulated boxes and set them on the tables. The meat skewers were steaming hot, giving off an irresistible aroma.
Everyone, you've all worked hard for the factory this past year. Today, for our annual meeting, we've ordered from the best BBQ shop in town, Shen's BBQ. To give you all a real treat, please enjoy the food and drinks. Don't be shy.
A loud cheer erupted from the crowd. Workers began opening beers and picking up skewers from the plates. I knew the real show was about to begin. Zhao Jiqiang, wearing a rumpled suit, rushed in with messy hair. He pushed aside the workers in his way and dashed onto the stage in a few steps.
Mr. Zhou, I have something to say.
Mr. Zhou looked displeased, but before he could say anything, Zhao Jiqiang grabbed the microphone.
Everyone, listen up. I'm Zhao Jiqiang, the owner of Veteran BBQ. I'm here today because there's a life and death matter I need to tell you all.
The crowd started to stir. A few workers stood up. No one knew what was happening. Then Zhao Jiqiang pointed his finger at Xiaoyu and me and shouted at the top of his lungs.
It's them, that guy, Lin Shen. He left pesticide on the condiment stand when refilling the vinegar. He accidentally poured it in to save just a dozen yuan. He didn't replace the seasoning. Every bite of the chicken gizzards you're eating now was marinated in paraquat.
Hearing Zhao Jiqiang's words, the workers completely lost it. Xiaoyu shouted anxiously.
You're full of it. Shen didn't do that.
He didn't? Well, I have a witness, Kun.
Kun, hearing his name called, couldn't help but shiver. His voice trembled slightly. I'll testify. I saw Lin Shen pour a bottle of pesticide into the vinegar bottle and then marinated the chicken gizzards. Mr. Zhou's face darkened. His secretary quickly called the police. Zhao Jiqiang stood on the stage, holding the microphone with that same smug look on his face again.
Shen, what's going on?
I walked onto the stage unhurriedly and picked up another microphone.
Everyone, don't panic just yet. Take a close look. Where are there any chicken gizzards on these tables?
Zhao Jiqiang and Kun couldn't help but look stunned. They carefully examined the dishes on the table. Did we see it wrong? There wasn't a trace of the gizzards anywhere. I cleared my throat.
Fellow workers, it's true there's pesticide in the vinegar, but it's not on the table in any of the skewers, and I wasn't the one who poured it in. Brother Zhou, can I use the screen projection here?
Brother Zhou looked at me with a complexity I'd never seen before, but also with approval. He nodded. I pulled a USB drive out of my pocket. The holiday greeting on the big screen quickly changed to a high-angle surveillance feed as the content on the screen changed. The smug look of victory on Zhao Jiqiang's face vanished without a trace, replaced by deep-seated fear. On the big screen, Kun unscrewed the cap of the vinegar bottle, poured in the pesticide, and walked away as if nothing happened. The evidence is irrefutable. Zhao Jiqiang's face turned pale, still trying to make a final struggle.
Kun, you're in the food business too. How could you do such a thing? Bullshit.
You gave me 30,000 yuan to poison Lin Shen's shop. The transfer records are still on my phone. Didn't you keep saying that you'd have my back?
Police sirens approached from a distance. A few officers walked in.
What's going on? Who called the police? These two men are suspected of adding prohibited substances to food. It's all been caught on surveillance.
Zhao Jiqiang saw things were going south, probably knowing that in the face of hard evidence, arguing was useless.
Shen, I know I was wrong. I was blinded by greed. This time I wasn't thinking straight. That's why I did something so foolish. Can you forgive me just this once? That shop of mine, the equipment, the storefront, it's all yours. I used to treat you so well. We've known each other for over 20 years. Can you forgive me this one time?
Looking at Zhao Jiqiang's familiar face, bawling his eyes out, I didn't soften, nor did I feel the joy of revenge. It doesn't matter if the shop failed. He originally had countless chances to make a comeback. But once the heart goes bad, there's truly no cure.
You two, come with us.
Zhao Jiqiang and Kun were handcuffed and led away. He kept babbling nonsense. Finally, he turned back and glared at me.
Lin Shen, you just wait.
He told me to wait, but I knew in the next few years. He won't be coming back. A friendship of over 20 years started cracking over 60,000 yuan and ended with a bottle of pesticide. It felt like something was missing from my heart, but I felt incredibly relieved.
Zhao Jiqiang and Kun were taken away by the police while the workers looked at each other, holding their skewers in hand, not knowing whether they should eat them or not. I instructed Xiaoyu to play the surveillance footage from the beginning at high speed. Videos from 4 different angles showed everything inside Brother Shen's BBQ shop. Very clearly, I'm sorry at the annual meeting for giving everyone such a bad experience. But please rest assured, the tainted gizzards were already disposed of before we left today. I guarantee that not a single drop of that pesticide touched your skewers. The surveillance footage started playing, the time in the top right corner. Starting from 3:00 a.m., Xiaoyu and I were already busy in the shop. Bags of raw meat were opened. Every piece had clear texture and a healthy red color. They were neatly stacked on the cutting board.
To drain the blood.
Even when handling the raw meat that needed further processing, Xiaoyu and I always washed our hands, from cutting to marinating, grilling and seasoning. Every single step was clearly displayed before everyone's eyes. Now you can see what kind of meat I use. The mutton is freshly slaughtered today. The beef is the chuck I cut. The chicken wings are from a certified supplier. Every batch has a quarantine certificate. Open and transparent kitchen. Every step can withstand your scrutiny if anyone is still worried. This meal is on me. It won't cost Brother Joe a penny. Someone in the audience was the first to raise their glass. Sounds of discussion, clinking glasses, and cheers gradually made the place lively again. Glasses were clinking below the stage. The aroma of BBQ filled the entire cafeteria.
See, the footage doesn't lie. This meat is really delicious, Brother Shen's BBQ, right? I'll bring my wife and kids for another meal later.
Xiao Yu wiped her red eyes with her sleeve and smiled at me.
I was scared to death just now. I knew I could count on you, Brother Shen.
As long as you run your business with a conscience, the customers won't let you down. Brother Joe walked over with a glass in his hand.
Ashen, I'm sorry you had to go through this today.
Brother Joe, it's I who caused you trouble. I didn't expect Zhao Zhiqiang to.
I didn't expect Qiangzi to be so desperate to go to such extremes. When he first came to me 3 years ago, he was quite a spirited young man.
I smiled and clinked glasses with Brother Joe. From today on,
he and I are truly strangers.
Ashen, what happened today also showed me your integrity. From now on, my receptions, team buildings, and annual meetings will all be handled by you, including several of my business friends. I'll recommend them to you as well.
Auntie, it's not that I'm unwilling to help. That day, it was me who saw the poisoning on the surveillance footage. If I hadn't found out, the workers in the factory, if they had actually eaten those gizzards, what would have happened to them? When you were at my dinner table, mocking me, why didn't you think about cutting me some slack then? After I had some money to spare, I didn't act like Zhao Zhiqiang, buying luxury cars and watches to show off everywhere. Instead, I took my parents out of that old house they lived in for over 20 years and moved them out, into a nursing home in a scenic area. The place is airy and gets plenty of light. Standing on the balcony, you can see the vast forest stretching out nearby. The facility is fully equipped and staffed, not only meeting daily medical needs, but even when checkups are required, there's no need to make a special trip to the hospital. My mom's health has visibly improved. Every now and then, she sits on the lounge chair on the balcony, knitting scarves or doing embroidery, pursuing the hobbies she once had no time for, although Dad didn't say much. I see him sometimes at night sitting on the sofa alone, flipping through channels over and over. I know he's not really watching TV. He's just enjoying this home. Besides that, in Brother Shen's BBQ shop, there's not only a suggestion book for customers, but also one for the employees. Through the continuous efforts of everyone. Brother Shen's BBQ is the shop in town with the highest base salary in the industry. It comes with full social benefits and annual leave. Holiday perks are also constantly increasing. Seeing the smiles of the staff and customers, I know. All of this isn't because I want to be praised by anyone, but because I'm holding an umbrella for my past self.
I sent my old squad leader 2 cartons of good cigarettes and gave him a call on the other end of the line.
Shaolin, I heard you're a big boss now.
Squad leader, I'm still just a guy grilling skewers.
Right, remember this. You're grilling skewers for the customers. People who just count money get carried away, but those who live by their craft will stay grounded.
I heard Zhao Zhiqiang was eventually sentenced to 8 years. His father visited him a few times at first, but stopped going later on. Occasionally, when I get off the night shift, I pass by his apartment building. That light never came on again. 8 years changed Xiao Yu. From that naive girl who didn't even want a salary, into a main branch manager who keeps everyone in line. Her father's leg has healed too. He's working as a security guard at the warehouse now. Someone tried to set us up to see if we'd work out on the day I confessed. Her eyes were as bright as ever. When we finished work, Xiao Yu suggested walking home to reminisce about the past. Looking at the heavy snow outside, just like it was 8 years ago, I helplessly took her hand. While passing a streetlight, I saw a somewhat familiar figure. Huddled by a barrel roaster, constantly rubbing his hands together, it was Zhao Zhiqiang. He's aged a lot over these years. Though he's only in his early 40s, his hair has already turned gray. On his face, there was no longer any trace of his former confidence. Boss, I'll have a sweet potato.
Coming right up, sir.
I pulled out my phone, scanned the code to pay, and bought a piping hot sweet potato to warm Xiao Yu's hands.
Selling sweet potatoes is fine too, as long as the scale is honest.
The path won't go crooked. Here you go, sir.
We turned away, no longer looking at the shivering Zhao Zhiqiang, supporting each other, stepping on the crunching snow. On the way home, because we know No matter how heavy the snow and wind, there will always be a bright light guiding us back home.